Hey guys, my name is Edward Ryan. I am a recent graduate of the University of Texas. I'm doing a lot of how I got into college things, tips for getting into this college, what is this college actually about, and so on and so forth. And there is not a lot of information about the University of Texas. And I find that really shocking because 50,000 people go there yearly. But I wanted to be somebody that could share my story so people could have some sort of insight. And I mostly wanted to make these videos because one, I didn't see a lot of people talking about this, and two, well, specifically with UT, and two, there was not any of this when I was going through the process. I'm not a legacy. My parents didn't go to school here. My siblings didn't go to school here. No one in my family went to school here. I'm the first person to go and graduate from here. So it was definitely a learning experience each step of the way. And I just wanted to throw all this information out, so if anyone is in this position or going through this, they can know that, oh, okay, this is normal or this is not normal, whatever, I don't know. Obviously I graduated from there. I just said that. But basically, if I can do it, you can do it. I am literally, if my dumbass can do it, you can do it, okay? So I wanna give you some tips on, obviously, starting from the beginning, how to get into UT, common misconceptions, what UT is really about. And then, I mean, if I continue doing this, I'll give you tips on when you graduate, how to get a job, how to go to grad school. I'm currently in grad school, not at UT, at a private university now, but I definitely feel like UT prepared me for anything. I mean, Google it, it's a public Ivy. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump in, okay? So this is obviously a disclaimer. My experience, your experience is gonna be different. But I feel like there's gonna definitely be a ton of people that are coming from my background. So quick background, I was born and raised in Texas, small city of El Paso, and I went to a 5A school for high school. I guess I can tell you my experience with each tip that I have. Okay, so the first one is kind of a no-brainer. Get good grades. You should be applying to this university with at least a 3.5 and up. I don't think I've ever met anybody that had anything lower than that. Not that people talk about their GPAs, but I mean, my friends did, we talked about that. People in my scholarship talked about that. Oh, that's another thing. I can tell you about my scholarship program that helped me pay for it and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so get good grades. I had a 4.0 and I graduated number 9 in my class of however many there was. And at the time, UT was still doing the top 7%. Now I think it dropped to the top 6% or whatever. So despite anything else that had occurred with me, I was gonna be automatically admitted, which was very convenient. I really like that. So I definitely recommend, if you go to a huge school, bust your ass. You need to graduate within the top, whatever percent it is now, 7, 6, so you can just automatically be admitted. You don't want to have to be worrying about it. You don't have to be oh, I have to get this score on my SATs. Oh, I have to do this. Nah, bro. It is so simple. Do well, automatically admitted, you're good, okay? The second tip is to be involved in high school. Everybody at UT did something dope in high school. It's just how it goes. They either did it at high school, they did it outside of high school. They did something that sets them apart. So if you're not automatically admitted, you have this dope story to follow up with. Be involved, join things. I know maybe some of you go to a high school that doesn't have a lot of orgs, or I don't know, doesn't have the things that you're interested in. Still join something, because you want to have some sort of extracurricular on your resume so that they can see, okay, this person had good grades and they did all this other stuff on top of getting good grades. So it just keeps you as a more well-rounded student. I was involved in too many things to list. I did everything I possibly could think of while I was in high school, But the main things that really, I think, set me apart, because I mean, I obviously got into other schools. Like I got into a bunch of schools in Texas. I got into a bunch of schools in New Mexico, Arizona, one school in California. That's it. So obviously get involved, it helps boost you. And along that, you also want to, oh yeah, my main one, sorry, I'm a Gemini, so I'd be going all over the place. My main things that set me apart, I was student body president. I was also a bunch of other things for student council. I had academic honors within like my district because I was also a cheerleader for 3.5 years. I was also varsity captain for a little bit. And then I did city cheerleading because I wanted to go to like NCA, Summit, all the other big competitions that my school didn't go to. So yeah, those 2, 3, and then a bunch of other shit that I did that I was not really like a leadership position in, but like I excelled in. I like that like really boosted me because that takes a lot of effing time. Like if you're a student and an athlete, that's like a bunch of shit that you're already doing, so that helps you. If you're a student and you're involved in like a bunch of other things, you know, it just keeps you more well-rounded. So then going on, leadership positions. So yeah, it's not enough to just be like involved in a bunch of things. You definitely want to have some sort of leadership role that you can put on your resume. So like I said, I was student body president, I was varsity captain for a little bit, did a bunch of other things. I don't know if that specifically is what you should go toward, but just do any sort of leadership position in whatever you excel in. So you want to be like the drum major, you want to be like varsity quarterback, I don't know, whatever is the top position in your org, you need to strive for that, because I can guarantee a bunch of people at the University of Texas did that. My next thing is to start early. I cannot stress this enough. There's so many people that waited 2 days before, a week before to start the application. Like, nah, bro, like you need to get on that. I do not remember my essay topics because like I said, like I knew I was gonna be automatically admitted because I worked my ass off to guarantee that. So my essays were probably not as strong as they could have been, but I mean, I still got into a bunch of other schools, so they must have been like, okay. But yeah, start early, dude. Like, don't waste your time waiting like the day before. Like, you're not doing anybody good doing that. My next thing is the SAT and the SATs. Okay, so I didn't take the ACT, I just took the SAT, and I cannot for the life of me tell you my scores because like I said, I just was automatically admitted. But I can tell you that you should not stress over getting like the highest score. You need to be within at least the benchmark. So I don't know what it is, but I remember it used to be like between 1,400 and like 15. I don't know what the possible high and the maximum, whatever. You want to be within that gap for sure. Like you do not want to be below it. And if you are below it, have other things to supplement for that. So yeah, you may have been a poor test taker and gotten like not the best SAT, ACT score, but you have all your extracurriculars, you have your GPA, you have all this other stuff that can supplement for not doing the best on that test that day. So definitely don't focus on that. I don't know what school like just looks at SAT and ACT. They have a holistic approach, so do not stress over that damn test. Thing, AP tests and stuff like that, I think I got like a 4 on all of mine, and that's good. I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever. I was just glad that I didn't have to take those classes in college. So honestly, that means more than your actual score. Like if there's anything that I could tell you, try to take as many classes as you can in high school because they're free. Take that damn test, you don't have to take it in college. Like you don't want to be having to spend more money to retake this hard ass class in college now when you could have taken it when it was super easy in high school. There's no point in that. I had to do that. I think the only one that I did poorly in was like chemistry, and I did take chemistry at UT. No. you don't want to do that, okay? It's hard. Even the non-major one was hard for me. All right, a captivating essay. So I know I was talking about how I don't remember my essays, but you want to have a good, solid, common app essay. You need to make it circulate around like what makes you unique. So there's a bunch of other videos you can look for on like specifically like how you should approach your essay. But the one thing I can tell you, again, start early. You want to have like a billion drafts of that hoe. Like you literally need to write it out, send it to your English teacher, send it to people that you know will help you, have them read it, get tips, apply it. Same thing over and over and over again until you feel like this is solid. This is me on paper in an essay form. This is why I'm unique. You want to keep circling back to that. So every point that you give needs to circle back to why you're unique and why you deserve to go to that school. The next thing, letters of rec. I honestly don't know the weight that's carried in letters of rec, but it definitely doesn't hurt to have letters of rec from people that are legit and like legit letters of rec. So I can tell you my letters of rec were from like my principal. One of them was from like the district person, because I was like an academic all honors for cheerleading. So I had like that person write one of my letters of rec. I also had a teacher from a different school write my letter of rec because we were like super close, and then she like transferred. So she wrote one of my letters of rec. So that, I don't know if that like looked cool or not, but I mean, it definitely didn't hurt, right? So yeah, definitely make sure you reach out to people that are gonna, one, write a really good letter of recommendation, and two, try to get it from people that are like up there, for lack of a better term. So that's all I have at the moment. I'm gonna jump into another video in the same outfit and I'm gonna talk about, is UT right for you? And I'm just gonna be debunking like a bunch of assumptions about UT and like be giving you the true tea behind UT, okay? Because I had to learn the hard way and I don't want you guys to have to do that. All right, so I hope this helps anybody out there. Like I said, the easiest thing you can do if you're in state is get good grades. Like you want to graduate top 7, whatever that percent is, so you don't have to worry about all this other shit. All right? I don't have an outro. I have an amazing dog though, so I'm just gonna talk about him and just be like, I'm gonna go with Rocky, peace.